The second topic now. Still no intro. It's been 2 minutes. So
I like how you let them know how much real life time has passed.
You said we were coming back anyway. I mean,
you don't even know if
this might be up a week later, but we recorded this at the exact same time. All right, you want to come up with an intro? You want to do an intro?
No.
Okay. That was how my first set of YouTube videos started as well, you know.
Like, you want to come up with...
I'd be playing with Philip and Arnella. I'd be like, all right, guys, give me an intro.
I think I remember watching some of those.
But the second thing I wanted to ask you about...
Yes.
...is I got into a conversation with one of my friends about Yusei.
Yusei?
From Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Okay.
Because I came to the realization that Yusei is already... when we first meet Yusei, that he's a ridiculously well-established character.
Mm-hmm.
As in, he's not like all the other protagonists in Yu-Gi-Oh! are like, 14-year-old kids. They're still learning about the world. They're alright at dueling, but then you grow alongside them, right? But then you're given Yusei, and Yusei grew up in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Version of the ghetto, basically. He's a mechanic.
Yes.
He built his own D-Wheel.
Mm-hmm.
He's the strong, silent type. He's the most strategic duelist out of all the protagonists. I don't care if you want to tell me that Yugi's better. Okay, Yusei is the strongest protagonist, and he would probably kick Yugi's ass, and I'm totally gonna get disliked for that. Or
that pissy.
Or everyone leaves the video.
At this point.
And at this point. And he's already completely found his place in the world, right? And so I was talking to a friend about it, and I was talking about how Yusei is basically the perfect character. And so to break that down, then you don't grow alongside Yusei.
You experience with him?
You've experienced with him.
I don't know.
One of my friends was like, yeah, he has his character development. Remember when he lost his confidence because he lost that duel? I was like, yeah, and he regained his confidence after he won another duel. And
with a different person?
Yeah, no, with the same person.
Okay, just saying.
And entirely what that was it gave us a chance to more see and understand how Yusei thinks. Because up until this point, then Yusei didn't really say much, right? Like, you understood that he cared for his friends, and you understood that he supported bonds, but he was another shonen protagonist. But it was only when he got into another duel,
yes,
then we came to realize not only does he care about his friends or anything, we understand how much he values them and how weak he actually feels. Because despite his best efforts, that he can't always be the one to save them.
Okay, we're 3 minutes in. What are you getting at here? What's our discussion? What's our topic? He is the best character?
No, not that he is the best character, but it's kind of a long-winded thing. But basically,
you think
the way that they carried out Yusei.
You think that's the perfect type of character development to go with?
Not the perfect type of character development, but they have had other situations where you've had characters that have already been really well developed. You can name a few, right? Not off the top of your head.
Nothing comes off the top of my head.
Nothing comes off the top of your head. But I'm looking
in general, not in this situation.
I'm looking at character development, growing alongside a character.
Even though they've already been well established at the beginning?
Yeah, we're looking at well-established characters at the beginning, so getting to experience things with them, growing with the protagonist, or just watching the protagonist's adventures.
Do you want a 1-hour video? That's very convoluted. That was just a list of descriptive things.
We can make it work.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot of chopping.
Yeah, because let's look at...
Okay.
For an example of just seeing things alongside a character, let's look at Kirito. You see
but that's the thing, I think, okay, I'm gonna just admit this right now. I'm the kind of person, when it comes to anime and games, I'm the kind of person who plays/watches them, and I will just tell you, I liked it. I didn't like it. I enjoyed it. I could not tell you at that moment why I liked or didn't like it. And a lot of times, I would then go to reviewers to try and figure out what I don't like.
Which is why we have these conversations.
Yes. Do not, please, the entirety of YouTube, okay, the 5 people who watch this.
I like how gave us a limit.
Do
we
not
hit-
take this to me. Yes, 5 people. What if we hit more than 5 people? What? I'm gonna come back. We'll
Oh
see.
yeah, you'll come back after 5.
After 5 views. Do not take this to mean that I do not think for myself. I can watch. I like Brawl. I've watched quite a few reviews where people didn't like Brawl. I would say yes. Those are a few things that I understand.
Right.
I am peeved at as well. But that does not make my opinion. I'm not the kind of person like other people who can sit down and say, my God, I don't like this show. The characters are shallow. They don't develop well. They didn't have I can't do that. I just can't.
Basically me.
So I don't mind going to other people to help me get a better understanding of my problems. Okay, that's why you people have psychiatrists. I don't have one.
Wow.
I don't have one.
Wow. Okay.
I do not have one.
So you're saying that the 5 people who are going to watch this video needs to have
They found it. I don't know what they're subscribed to or what feeds of videos they're watching through. But yes, they need it. But where do we come from? What are we talking about? Development?
Development.
Yeah, no.
Development versus established versus not needing anything versus existing.
Right, you gave me like
I
someone.
gave you Kirito.
Oh, now remember, you gave me Kirito. And one thing I realized about Kirito is that yes, I feel like even though it's a game that's just started out, they made a big deal that he was the literally best.
Yeah.
Like they said that he was the best beta player. But a lot of times it felt like you were only experiencing things with Kirito. I didn't feel like he grew. There were 2 points in which I think
you don't really get to grow with Kirito.
No, that's what
and you don't really get to see into, at least anime wise.
There were
I know
two
the
places.
light novel is a lot more descriptive.
Yeah.
But anime
I
wise,
think there were two
Kirito's
areas.
kinda just,
There were 2 areas of growth when he was paralyzed by Kurodil, and Asuna showed up to help him, and when he had to make the decision to when he fought and lost to at the end of the series,
Siegfried.
something like that. That was the guy's name for real, Siegfried.
I was thinking big, strong, tanky guy, and for some reason Siegfried popped into my head.
I feel like that's wrong,
God.
but anyway, we're gonna call him Siegfried.
Yeah, let's call him Siegfried.
And the first one I felt lost something when he still himself killed Kurodil.
Yeah.
Which is why I love the abridged. Go find it! I'm not holding your hand. And
You're not even gonna tell them who abridged it?
no,
You know how many Sword Art Online abridges there are?
no.
A lot.
Good for them.
Okay. It's something
5 people! 5 people!
Something
They're
which
already mentally
something-
insane. They'll get to it. They will search everything.
When suddenly I upload this video and 100 people see it. What do we do?
What
then?
kind of tags are you gonna put? Like,
I
how does
have
that
no
happen for real? If you actually get 100 views on this in a month, that's a relatively short time based on what you were achieving before.
I came to the realization that if there's one way that you can get people to subscribe to your channel, it's to be a toxic dick. So, I could probably upload these, and then I could go and threaten Leafy as his life, and then he's gonna make a video.
I
about me
heard
threatening.
I heard about that, but I don't actually
My
know
God,
what it's about.
Leafy just spends his time. We're not even gonna talk about.
We'll discuss this when we turn this off. You don't need to know, and then maybe we'll come back on it. We probably won't. I don't actually want to talk about other people. Nah, I don't want to actually talk.
We
about
could
other
probably
people.
just kill, because you said that it was an extremely vague topic. We could honestly just stop that and just talk about whatever we want.
I think that's abusing our subject matter a little.
And we just said we just said it could be a podcast in the first place.
Podcasts are like an hour long. Don't you have to pay for videos that length?
No,
Really?
yeah. Besides, I can cut it up into tiny pieces.
I want podcast 1, podcast part 2.
Yeah. Why not?
Anyway, first, this is literally gonna be the second video on your channel.
Yeah, third. I
Really?
put up one earlier.
Really?
Yeah, and it was literally just asking people to comment because I was trying to see what people thought about
Did you already?
toxicity.
Did you already tell other people on your channel that you're moving?
No,
The hell's wrong with you?
I haven't uploaded anything on that channel in months. If people find that channel now, I'll be amazed.
Well, I mean, even still, don't you have people on the channel? Did all your subscribers leave?
No, they haven't left, but
They're probably not gonna see anything even if
Probably
you
not.
upload it.
probably
Anyway.
not. I mean,
So yeah, Sword Art Online.
my subscriptions came from A and B.
Experience, nice, development, good. I think most people put it the best way. He's what's that guy? Neo? Who's
Yeah.
that actor?
I don't know what his name is.
Poor him. We don't even
He's
remember
the
his name.
one.
Yes, he's like the blank slate you imprint upon yourself. Which I like. I think that's a lot of a nice feeling for silent protagonists. Like, once you have a silent protagonist in video game, when do we ever get a movie with a silent protagonist? Yeah. Just, I don't know. Canonically, his throat is slit. But, yeah.
Why can't he just mute?
Huh?
Why can't he just be mute?
What, like, by choice? Like, his tongue gone? Or, can you be born with the
something
inability
like
to
that.
speak?
Something like that.
Because I'd like him to have a scar that he always wears neck, something around his neck to hide.
Fair enough. Hey, they
I
had that
know.
in the
Maybe I'm
movie. They
cliche.
had that in the movie called The Seven Psychopaths? Something like that.
I mean, like,
But there
like
was
G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Like, what's his
Hmm.
issue?
he just doesn't talk.
I'm pretty sure he has a.
But there was a
physical
movie, I
movie.
think it was called The Seven Psychopaths. But what this guy did was that this guy killed his wife or something like that.
And then since then he
And then
refused
got
to
free.
speak.
And it's not that he refused to speak, but this guy spent every single day standing out the guy's window and staring at him despite what the weather was. The guy tried to move and he found him again and just stood out the window.
What
And
did he ever
it-
try approaching
He
him?
didn't approach him or anything, he just always looked at him.
Out
He
the
just
window.
always stared at his house, no matter what.
He never came in. He
No.
never moved.
He just
be
stood there and looked at him.
How do you get
And-
to sleep with that? I can never sleep like that.
And so it started to drive the guy
Did
crazy.
he not call the police?
And so the guy wasn't doing anything wrong, he was just standing in front of a house.
Yeah, no, that's illegal in many states. Someone tell me what the crime
All
is.
he did was stand up outside the
Stalking,
house.
harassment.
No harassment.
Is he looking at the house?
Yeah.
That's. I'm pretty sure that is. It's not a felony, but it's still a crime.
It's just creepy.
It's harassment.
And so
If he's
eventually-
literally staring at you while the police come around, he's like this.
yeah.
Then
sure.
the police leave him, he's like, and he
Probably.
just goes back to staring straight.
But eventually the guy started to go crazy. Right? He tried moving several times. He couldn't get away from the guy. And so what he did was he grabbed his razor, he went to the window, he moved the curtain, he looked the guy in his eyes, and he slit his throat. And the other guy who was looking at him through the window pulled out a razor, smiled, and slit his throat. I will always be watching you. And then you find out at the end of the movie that the guy actually didn't die.
Which one?
And the guy on the outside,
Mhm.
because he was always wearing a scarf. And then when shit hit the fan and something happened, I watched this movie a long time ago, he ended up taking off the scarf and you could see the slit.
Oh. So he never cut deep enough to kill himself.
No.
Okay.
Which means in the end he did kill the guy, so mission accomplished. I avenged my people.
You should admit that.
I'd do that, shit. I
Um,
have nothing better to do.
we we sort of just ran down a tangent,
Oh yeah.
like full sprint. So yeah, Sword Art Online, excellent experiences, but not much development
Right.
from an amateur's point of view. Next, we have experience and development. This may be the simplest cop out for me, but I love development. If there's one thing I love, it's time.
Right.
I love when people stop and say, okay, we have a tournament in 4 years. Like that wonder, Zwewu Dao you introduced me to.
Yeah.
When they say, okay, you can go inside, you will be there for a year, and I'm sitting here like, it's realistic, okay? No one becomes a champion in a week, in a
Yeah.
month. They told him he had a year in there, and I'm sitting there like, my God. When you say someone goes in there, and you show them struggling, and then you skip to a week later, and he's finally making some food. That's development.
That's
That's
progress.
progress. These things
That's
take
good
time.
progress.
So I love when people say this huge amount of time.
Right.
What Fairy Tail had 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months, and then
But then-
they wasted it and then needed a day, and then had like a week.
And then they still won.
It was funny. It was fun. Fairy Tail was more comedy to me than anything else, and I
And
think
then-
that's why I let them get away with a lot of the crap they do.
And then we're presented with something like, I can't use 5Ds because you never watched it. Have you
Nope.
watched? Oh gosh, it had a really long, complicated name. But you don't read night novels either, do you?
Light novels? No.
Okay.
I forgot.
I'm trying to think of someone.
Wait, this is an opposite example, like a bad thing.
We're talking about the people. No, we're talking about the people who have experienced, and the anime is more seeing things through their eyes.
Oh,
so
I'll tell you what I think was no. I would say it's experience still, but what's that anime you got me into? Ajin.
Ah.
Because his personality change killed me.
It's funny because it wasn't a personality change.
Yeah, screw you. Yes, it wasn't. But like it's a different perspective. Like this entire time you think he's a nice guy, but he's only acting nice to make his life simpler.
Exactly. But then you realize, when you realize this is how he sees the world, and everything clicks. And if you go back and read the first couple of chapters, knowing that he's actually like that, then
I should do that.
Then you're like, oh.
And what was his did he have any task in school? No. He didn't try hard, did he?
He tried hard. He was just like, oh, okay, this is about Ajin, I can study.
He had a group of friends, but he wasn't with them, right?
No, he didn't.
Like he spent a little bit of time and then he went home.
They would beg him for homework and he would go home and he'd get back to studying, but they were just there to everything in Ajin was there.
I just realized
everything in Ajin at the starts was there.
He was literally
the illusion
that he was
a normal person.
But in reality he was this
But not
psychopath.
only was he in Ajin, but he was also broken.
He was a psychopath who just merely wanted to get. He was basically. His whole life was an effort to kill time between cradle and grave. And he was okay with that. Probably sat down and was like, only 7,000 more days to my death.
And then he found out he was an Ajin. He's like, and now everything goes wrong.
And I think the worst part about it was that he found out in a crowd. Like, if he found that out by himself, he wouldn't care.
Right.
He wouldn't care. It would change nothing.
No. And so then
that's his current aim, right? To get back to a normal life. Yeah. I think that's why he's the only reason he's fighting Santa.
Yeah. He's like, I get amnesty if I do this, right? Okay, cool. And then the white hairs guy is like, I want you to kill the governor because I'm gonna lose my job. He's like, I still get amnesty, right?
That's all the man wants.
What's this? I mean, I can definitely help you out because you're helping me out now, and this is just the way the world works. So fine.
You know another character that reminds me of? I don't think you ever watched this. Witch Hunter.
I never watched Witch Hunter. I read.
That was a Korean
manga.
The
first 2 chapters of Witch Hunter.
And I that's one thing I've always really liked about shows when the main character is corrupt in some way. That's always interesting.
It just occurred to me. I know a good example of a situation where all the characters are already experienced, and you get to know them more through just knowing them through their actions.
What?
That would be Household Affairs. There's no character development in There's no character development in Household Affairs. These are people going among their really messed up, weird daily lives, and then we're 30 chapters in now, and
at this point with the I'm not gonna say anything, right? But at this point I'm really hoping only 5 people watch this.
Okay guys, Household Affairs is not safe for work. Do not.
Why the hell would you mention that? You're trying to get flagged.
We're all adults here. I'm not gonna get flagged because I'm not gonna put up a picture.
Clearly not.
Happens in house. I can put up like the splash art, but
I don't think the splash art is safe.
Household Affairs is a manhwa, and it was on Yo Manga, and Yo Manga is currently down. But if any of you know what Yo Manga is, then you know that every single.
I'm sorry.
thing,
Do you have a specific site for
everything? Yeah, because it comes out a day earlier.
Oh,
every single thing on Yo Manga is smut. Okay, it's not hentai because everything has like a hardcore story arc, but it's smut.
In other words, it's not really for you to masturbate to.
No.
It's more so for you to get a chubby while enjoying.
My God, if you masturbate to Household Affairs, then you're probably missing out on a lot. You're definitely missing out on a lot.
I think most people start off trying and then they just get into the story. Did you ever see that meme with Ash sitting down naked? Yeah, like
because basically what Household Affairs and all the other manhwa like that use sex as a story driven thing. It's nothing. Okay, everything in Household Affairs revolves around sex, but
But it's like cover-based shooting in a
Yes.
good game. It serves the plot, not that
Exactly.
plot. It serves the plot.
But still,
seriously, let's digress. Where the hell do we come from?
we're talking about established characters who you more learn about rather than grow
Household
with
freaking
them.
affairs.
Well, you
Shut up, you're right.
I
I
had to
mean-
find something.
Anyway,
Yeah, another one. Oh god, I can't recommend that one.
stop it! Stop it!
Why is everything that has established characters smut?
Because it's easy. It's real life. People have sex. You know, it's simple. You can use a quarter of a chapter and understand who the person is, and then the whole real issue of it is what it takes for them to have sex and with whom.
So that means that I can bring this up.
No!
Okay. Okay, so then the main point of this then, which one do you prefer?
Out of what?
Do you prefer character development, moving alongside a character, or just experiencing through a character's eyes? That's one thing that could be experiencing through a character's eyes. Erased.
Yeah. My God, Erased threw me for a loop because I never thought they would actually. Erased established a mechanic that could have been used to solve issues, fight like a superhero, even though it couldn't be controlled,
Yeah.
to do a lot of small different things, which, they're gonna have a comedy skit. I could see they weren't gonna go for that, but I mean, the option was there. And they chose to illustrate it once, twice, use it in a massive way, and then rearrange everything.
Sometimes
That
I
threw
don't.
me off
I'm not
so
even sure
much.
if I can agree with you on this one though, because the manga is clearly different.
Really?
Well, at least the final chapters are erased. I don't know about before.
I think everything before was probably because that threw me
Might
so.
be.
Like he went back once, a save a kid. He went back a separate time, stop a kid from getting kidnapped. He went back. His mom died.
And he
nothing
goes back
happened.
to-
Then he goes back 15 years, lives through his entire life, and I'm like, what the? No. Lives through like 2 months. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like a lot of time passed in Riz, and that's
Yeah.
another good thing. He lived through like a semester, a term, right?
Mm-hmm.
A term. Thought everything was good. Went back to the future, failed,
And I had to come back.
and then came back again and started over.
Right. So we're 22 minutes into this. So now the question is, still, which one do you think you prefer?
Okay, I'm gonna just say them again. Say them slowly, because I'm gonna quit my anime.
We're looking at character development.
that they grow as they go.
They-
I'm gonna put
they
Hunter
grow
x
as they-
Hunter. I'm gonna put Hunter x Hunter in that
Well,
category.
that's setting the bar really high.
You know his preferences
That's
now.
setting the bar way too high. But-
Hunter x Hunter
So,
was
yeah.
100 chapters of Gon and Killua learning how to get anywhere near to the level of everyone else in that world. And Killua
The
was
base
good.
level. The base
The
level.
base level. And Killua was good as far as normal humans
Right.
rank, as far as superhumans rank. But as far as average anime people rank, he wasn't nowhere near. You can you can transform your claw and slice people up. You're super strong and can push 10-ton doors. That's so nice. I can snap my fingers and blow up the moon. Because the world says that if every time I snap my fingers I break a bone, it's allowed for that.
So
But yeah,
we're sitting
next
at
one?
Hunter.
Hunter,
The next
Hunter.
one would be characters who are already established, and the show has spent more things happening around them, and you learning how they think.
I'm gonna put Black Cat there. Black
Black
Cat and Witch Hunter. You watch Black Cat?
I watched some of Black Cat, right?
Okay.
And then we're looking at characters where there's not really much development, and we're more experiencing through their eyes. So I guess Bleach would actually be a good example of that, because we're not looking at character development to other people. Ichigo didn't have much character development.
Ichigo's been the same uprighteous
Ichigo
prick
has
since
been-
the start.
Ichigo has been the exact same. All we know about Ichigo is his past, and I don't know if bringing up their past is so much character development.
Does Ichigo? That just hit me. Does Ichigo acknowledge his past? I feel like he knows it, but it didn't change anything.
It didn't. Ichigo as a character has grown stronger, but he hasn't really grown.
Okay, he started off Shinigami.
Right,
He found the guy who killed his mom.
right.
He did not kill him.
No.
Nothing changed.
No.
He keeps going. He learns his dad is a Shinigami. He gets stronger.
Please spoil it.
Nothing changes.
No.
What's the next reveal? He learns he's Quincy.
He
didn't even try to learn to be a Quincy. My God.
So yeah, everything is Ichigo's experience, but Ichigo in general doesn't really develop as a character.
He doesn't. Like, you suggested this, and I wanted to say Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, Gohan, and then I stopped and realized Gohan is the most progressive character in the whole world.
Oh yeah.
Like Gohan learns what it means to. He learns to fight, but he never really wanted to do it. But even still, he's torn between two things he doesn't really want to. He studies, it's alright, but he doesn't like being forced to. He fights, it's alright, but he doesn't want to hurt. Then he goes to planet Namek, where people's lives are at stake. So he learns that he has to fight to a degree, and that's the first time he starts to experience what is known as, what I'm going to call, half-breed boiling. I'm going to call it that, because a lot of times, for some reason, we humans are this mythical race that whenever we have children with anything else, we for some reason make them stronger. You go to anything.
And if you're half human, you're suddenly more powerful than anything
You're not
else.
always more powerful.
Because you know,
but at what time they're gonna say at some point.
You know what can kill a god? A
Me
demigod.
God. I stop and I think about what was we talking about? I don't forget.
We're talking about Dragon Ball.
I stop and think about Dragon Ball Z and Inuyasha. Inuyasha was a half-blood. He was pathetic to his brother. But when his demon blood boiled and he went and he started to get taken over by it, I think that's the first time he did damage to his brother.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
So yeah, which one do you prefer? Which one do you think is better?
I like all of them. Hunter x Hunter hasn't ended.
No. But yeah, in turn, like I said, Hunter is probably sending... Let's go with Naruto.
I think I like it, but I think I might like the second one best.
The second one?
Like Black Cat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because if they take the time out to stop and talk about their past somewhat, to show how they're different now,
So you think that
a little mixture would be nice.
So you think it would be better if you get to sit, if you already have a character, and instead of just being thrown what their basic ideals are, then
you just have a character.
Yeah.
You learn what his ideals are as you go along, and then through flashbacks to the past, through
then
things
you
about
get
his
to learn
past,
more about
are
their
just
character.
are just people he meets that you know he used to know.
So
you learn how he used to be and what his ideals were.
So their character itself doesn't necessarily develop, but you get to
see how they
ended
would
up where
have
he
developed.
So it's not you see them as they end up to where they're going to be. You see where they are,
and you see how
then
they're
you
different
get to
from when they were. Because Black Cat, I think, did that very well. Because he was actually, I think he went through two different changes. Because he was established as a great assassin, and then something happened. I don't quite remember, and he stopped, and he decided to change his clothes. Do you remember? Did you remember watching?
I didn't watch all of it.
But do you remember his change in outfit when he
No.
went from a formal suit all the time to his little half, just jacket, his midriff jacket like trunks with donuts on it? And yes, the mangaka confirmed there were donuts. That was his fashion choice.
All right.
And so now he's choosing to fight for his own freedom. You know, well, he was fighting for something. I don't remember. I think it was chilling. Yeah. And then as you learn about his past through people he meets, you see flashbacks about a girl who he used to know, and she died, and how she was the first person who instilled in him the ideology of difference. I honestly don't remember what caused him to quit being an assassin, one of the assassins from whatever group organization he was part of, something related to time, Chronos maybe. But you see she was the first person to put that in him. And then later on you go further back to see how it was he became an assassin to begin with. And I think that is one of my favorites. He definitely has one of my favorite backstories. Do you know what it is? I can't remember it correctly.
Wasn't that when his dad...
His mom and dad
were assassinated, and then the assassin took him.
Oh my god, this is
Piccolo.
Piccolo.
Sent his childhood.
This is Piccolo first. Oh snap, it just hit me. He spent his childhood trying to kill the guy. And then the guy dies. And,
Yeah.
and he says, "Why are you crying? If you want to kill me, now's your only chance." And I think my favorite part about that was that he picked up the gun and he shot him. It I want to say it takes away the shonen.
Oh.
There's no better way for me to put it than that, because it's not like I think he spent like 2 years with the guy. I think he spent a good bit of time with him, because I think he got pretty old. Because the first time he tried to kill him and fired a gun, the recoil knocked him over. And I think he unloaded the entire rest of the clip in the guy. But like I was saying, he spent a good bit of time with the guy, and it wasn't now that he still felt that this guy was his father. You know, I can't kill him. He raised me. You know, he's my new father.
I'm still killing you.
But you also didn't feel it was like, I'm going to kill you because you killed my parents. Like, he said that. He screamed that that's the reason why he killed him. But I felt more like it was that I set myself this objective.
And I will accomplish
And to become stronger, to become better, I will accomplish it. I will surpass you. If Dracula Mihawk is on his last legs, and he decides when he dies he wants to end it with Zoro, they are going to have a fight to the death in whatever state they are in. You remember when the two giants were fighting?
Yep.
And the guy got his insides blew up, and the other guy said he knew he was weak? You honor the man's pride. You fight to the death. And I think that's why I loved that I learned to that after I knew the guy. After I knew him as an adult. That's how you learn people in real life.
Yeah.
That's how you learn people in real life. So yeah,
Right.
I think I'm gonna go with you have an established character, you experience with them, then you experience with them. Because if that's done right, it can really change how you see and how you know the character sees their experiences. I like Ichigo. guy sees everything. Man, seriously.
Alright, yeah, Ichigo.
I swear every time I talk to you, you try to destroy Bleach for me.
I don't even try to destroy Bleach because I generally like Bleach.
I think Ichigo should be a silent protagonist.
Alright.
I'm sitting here and I'm sitting here.
We just hit 32 minutes.
I don't care. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I like Rukia's backstory. I like Byakuya's backstory in relation to Rukia. Ikaku's determination
Everything
to achieve
happens around
Bankai.
Ichigo.
And yes!
Ichigo's.
Just sort of, like,
Ichigo was kind of already there to begin with because they were like, yeah, so like we're all tied up, so call the substitute Shinigami.
his father's situation with his mother, his Ishida's relationship with his father, Ishida's father and his father, and Ichigo's father's relationship. Even like team.
Yeah, everything happens.
Zaraki's team. Zaraki's past growing up.
I
Zaraki's
can get you with this. Everything there is also summed up by the fact that Ichigo should not be here. And that has been stated several times. I think it was Yamato himself who said,
Ichigo should not exist.
"It's always you who comes to save us, Ichigo."
Someone tell me if that's bad writing. That he just said that.
I don't think that it's bad. I think it's just a statement. So society fucks everything. And then Ichigo gets pulled into it.
But, like some people say, that creates story and character. People need problems. But Ichigo can't always be the solution.
Ichigo is just the solution.
It brings me back to my late Dragon Ball Z issue. That when Goku started to always become the solution.
Wasn't he always the solution?
No, because Gohan kills Cell. And
no,
everyone loved that. Oh no, Cell came back and then
blew himself up, and then Goku instantly transitioned.
And then Goku died there, and then Cell came back to Earth learning the transformation. What killed Cell was the final one-arm Kamehameha wave by Gohan. Everyone, don't care who you are, loved that.
And then Goku came back to that.
And then what happened? He had to fight Majin Buu.
Oh yeah.
We had Gotenks. For that. We had Ultimate Gohan. But no.
It's Goku.
I'm not even gonna stop at just Goku. We had Vegito. We had Patora airing fusions. But no.
We needed
Goku.
Which, we're gonna totally save that for another video because we just hit 35 minutes, and my god, I'm totally just gonna drop a screenshot somewhere, like maybe something in the
I am
background.
so upset.
Why?
Because of all of this. This has been so stressful for me. I have been doing more ragging and more complaining about all the animes I've liked. Like, most of the animes I've complained about are animes I liked.
Alright, so, it's still no outro because, it's been 35 minutes since I said that we don't have an outro.
But well, technically 37 minutes,
Yeah,
you know?
We'll get there. We'll get there. So,
What
if
is
you get,
this?
Huh?
What is this?
I don't know what we're naming it.
You have to put a title on it.
It's gonna have a title. I'll come up with it while I'm listening to it and figuring out what I put over it.
Anime Ramblings.
Anime Ramblings. There we go. I'm literally gonna
with a
name it.
hint of politics and a spice of video games.
It's episode 2, Anime Ramblings. Episode
One of
2
these days-
now with politics.
One of these days we're gonna have we need to have a rambling. Like if we put these in here, we're gonna remember. We need something JoJo.
Definitely.
Like we're gonna get an all JoJo. If you wanna see that later, look it up.
If I put JoJo on it, then it's gonna get copyrighted. So
Also, by the way,
So-
I said look it up. I'm going to be honest. There are people I like, but I'm not gonna subscribe to them. I'm not telling you to subscribe to him. You just check on his channel once a week. That's what I do. There are some people. Who do I have like that? I have people.
There's gonna be a giant subscribe button right now.
I just have some people who are like that.
The subscribe
I like
annotation.
one thing from them, and I know it comes out weekly, so I don't subscribe to them. I don't need everything they do in my feed. So I just check.
The subscribe annotation is gonna officially be.
You gonna actually put the word?
Click here to. Kirat. Click here because fuck Kirat. And it's gonna take you to my subscription.
I'm sorry, who? I don't think we've actually named each other.
No,
we
we
didn't have an
haven't.
intro.
No, we don't need an intro. We're nameless people, and we
Oh.
have a picture of Tarek that we've been talking to for 35 minutes.
Oh, come on, he's so friendly.
Oh yeah, Tarek's sexy as well.
I don't know, sexy doesn't necessarily mean friendly.
Yeah, it does.
Not really.
Would you look at Fabio and think he was an asshole? Fabio's a sexy man.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean friendly. I mean, come on.
I'm sure Dio could be friendly if he felt like it.
I actually didn't even think about Dio.
Dio's a sexy.
I'm actually
sexy.
thinking, yeah, but that's the point. Like, to me, like, everyone in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is sexy in the own regard, you know?
Okay,
But-
you know what? This is gonna go on for another 15 minutes now, so guys.
But I think the least approachable person is actually Jotaro, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, I just stopped and thought about, and I think it's just his demeanor.
yeah, JoJo is a very menacing looking
Yeah, he just doesn't look approachable.
So thank you
Anyway,
guys
yes,
for listening
we're
for
done.
as long as you did. And if you enjoyed, then subscribe, and we will see you again if we ever do this
Don't
again.
subscribe, just check the channel. Just
Subscribe.
mentally make. What is the name of this channel?
It's called Slugma Will Carry because I enjoy Slugma and I enjoy League. So
Yeah.
Slugma
Do you
will
even
carry.
have league stuff on this?
I'm gonna put League stuff on it in time.
Fine, I'll look up some league videos. I'm gonna talk about league one of these days.
All right.
To make your anything.
Alright.
You could have gone with anything.
Thanks, guys, and I'll see you. We'll see you.